Welcome back to the Lucy Y podcast. I had kind of started this, I lost track of time maybe 10 minutes ago, and then it said the card was full. So I went through all my pictures and videos and deleted them all because they're all on my laptop anyway, pretty sure. And then I started editing a vlog that I was doing all day yesterday, and it's just, I just want to I like editing it. I like it, but I've seen it so many times. I just kind of want to start new. So I guess this is starting this. I was okay, let me take a break. That's what yesterday I'm let me sleep on it, take a break, and it feels different. It feels different when you take a break, and then come back a new perspective. Especially every day is a new day for me. Now I feel more ready. It's also Thursday, April 18th, 11:49 a.m. I usually have been filming this on Fridays nights. So this is different. Wake up with me, morning with me, coffee with me. I probably gonna drink a whole pot. That's why I have a whole pot next to me. I have 3 different mugs next to me. But I kind of woke up before I had coffee, you know? Usually having coffee kind of wakes me up, but I was in Georgetown 30 plus minutes away, came here, went on a walk with baby, settled in, and I'm excited to go back and just be outside all day. That's why I've been driving the convertible, which is nice because it's just really nice to just be outside and the top down. It is nice. Just spilled it on me, but it's been crazy recently. That's what, right before I started this, I'm because this is therapy for me. Obviously, I'm getting out, talking. Who else am I gonna talk to about this stuff? I mean, it's nice to hear me think out loud, but it's been crazy recently. I feel it's always crazy. Things are always changing. But I woke up on I don't usually look at my phone. When I was leaving, I kind of looked at it, and my mom had texted me did you know your friends are getting divorced? I was like, what? And then texted my friend that, and then someone whose dogs I'm gonna sit next week messaged me. It had been a couple days, and I'm he wants to meet, and which is fine. It's good. My grandma's also getting brain surgery tomorrow, which is crazy. We were supposed to celebrate. She, on her birthday, on Tuesday, we were gonna have a birthday party. Kind of was setting up for it, and then get a text saying she fainted in the mall, and I'm what? My neighbor's funeral is today. I'm giving a lot of details and tea, but it's just been crazy recently. And I feel if I can do something to help people, because I am very optimistic, or I see the good side of things. Okay, last night I kind of munched out, ate a lot, because I got a lot of food yesterday, and I'm why not? But okay, so my stomach started hurting. And the way I changed the perspective in my mind is, okay, so now I'm not gonna eat this much because I know the feeling of my stomach hurting. So that's how I changed the perspective in my mind. So now today I'm not going to munch out like I did last night, because it's in my head, I know, I'm just doing it for finger stimulation, something to do. So that was it. I've been carrying around my little squishy poop thing I got from Malibu Jags last year, but I left it at the house, the farmhouse, which I will be going back later. But to help any sort of people feeling crazy, I feel change is always a good thing. I think I mentioned that last podcast. I think it's if you're getting divorced, any type of change, you're doing brain surgery, someone's dying, these are all things that can help you become a better person. On the drive over, I was also thinking about when someone old dies, we really shouldn't be shocked, right? I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. When you're really old and sick, I'm not, I see things a lot differently now, because I was really shocked when my dad died. 16, he was healthy. It was kind of a mysterious thing. I've talked about it a lot, but I was thinking about how other people's reaction to that could be what? Because also this divorce thing shocked me. And I was what? But then it all makes sense, and like I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't like that. I'm very ADHD right now. But yeah. How do I feel? What do I need? I feel good. I feel like I kind of have to pee, so I might do that. Let's go pee. Okay, when I stood up to go pee, I literally like tripped over a wire thing and like went straight into the door in the cabinet. Now I got an indent in my knee. Turning it around into a good thing. You know, I used to say like, and I still kind of like think it, like I have to get hurt at least once a day. Like once a day something bad's gonna happen, and then once that thing happens, I'm like, okay, good. Like that's the thing that's happening, that happened today. Like, good, get it over with. So yeah, that's how I think. I think if you know me or have listened or like watched me, like probably know that I don't think the same as you. I don't know, I think we all think differently, but it's very different. I had my indent in my knee. I also haven't been shaving because I want to bring a razor because I want to. The lady like has left the razor she did last time when I watched the dogs at her house like months ago, and she did the same time, and I think it's the same razor, and I haven't even like looked at it because I don't want to use it. Honestly, I don't know, I thought about it, but I don't know, I'm just gonna bring my own, and I'm probably gonna shave my face later. Also, like I've been doing like a jewelry detox, and I may have worn my necklace last podcast, but now I have my rings back on. I need to clip my nails too. So I answered the question, how do I feel? Felt like I had to pee. Now how do I feel? I feel like my knee. I feel everything like going to there. When you get hurt, doesn't everything like else like go to that space to help it feel better? I don't know. I didn't have, this is morning, so like I don't feel like I need to debrief as much. I just started watching the BFFs podcast. I like watching that podcast. That's kind of how I get some news. I've been watching a lot of stuff from the period, like I love YouTube, but stuff from the period of like 2016 to like 2018, 2019, 2020. That was like 2019, maybe 2016 to 2019. Like that was kind of like a blur for me. I was in a relationship at that time, and it's just interesting watching stuff back that I've like seen before, but like in a different perspective. Like I think it's bringing me back to times when I like was that age, 16 to 19. I was born in 2000. It's easy for me to figure that out. But like old Tana Mojo stuff, and then her being friends with like this is with like Shane Dawson and like James Charles. Like I love their dynamics, and it's just, I know they've been like Shane Dawson and James Charles have gone through stuff, like you could say canceled, whatever, but they're still like posting their thing. Like, but I've seen Tana say like bad things about them, but she was like best friends with them, and just seeing their dynamics so interesting. I think forgiveness is big. I'm also thinking like I kind of want to do this outside. Maybe I'll get my stuff and continue more outside at the farm. If anyone wants to be on my podcast, I'd be willing to think about it and talk to you. I think that'd be fun. I want a Pop-Tart. Yeah, I feel like part of the reason I don't feel great is because I munched out last night. Did I mention that? I think I started talking about that on the last try. I was munching out last night, and then I turned it around, and I'm like, okay, I know how this feeling is, so I'm not gonna munch out tomorrow like I did tonight. Coachella was happening this weekend, last weekend and this weekend maybe, and I went to Coachella Valley for a desert trip 2016 with my dad. It was in the fall. It was kind of like right before he passed away. We didn't know he was going to pass away, but he did that February. It was like October. I think I had just started dating my boyfriend I had aforementioned in 2016. We had been dating like a week maybe. I knew him for like a month before we made it official. Yeah, Desert Trip 2016, it was once in a lifetime, and I'm so grateful I went. It was Paul McCartney, Rolling Stones, The Who, Neil Young, Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. I think that was it. Yeah, I don't have much. I had an idea of like maybe like checking my Instagram for like I haven't done that today. There's Miss Peaches. I like Miss Peaches. Oh, she's staring at him while getting the steps in. I like Dave Portnoy because he seems very real. And he's like straight up, he's forward. That's what it's all about. Okay, someone followed me on Instagram. His bio is one thing about me, ... I will help you when I can. Period. I don't care if you think you are using me. Period. That is basically your problem. ... Fun to chat with me. One thing about me, I will help you when I can. I don't care if you think you are using me. That is basically your problem. Fun to chat with me. What? Interesting. My mom like never posts on Instagram, but she has been this week of other people's stories. Like, you don't need to. She never posts, and then she does. Cause she's in Sri Lanka. I mentioned that. My hair is getting longer. Kid Cudi has a fiance? Her name's Lola. Who is this? She's a designer for menswear? Interesting. Someone commented on her post of the announcement of the thing and said, "Don't do Cudi wrong, although I think some great music would come from it." Damn. Is that a bad word? Am I gonna have to put, whatever it's called? I have so many mom stuff on my For You page. Okay, what is this? April 18th, 24th, that's today. 5:30 to 7. Do you have to pay that much money to go? My mom is a supporter. This is of someone I've known a long time who's running for, what is it? State representative? Okay, did not know that. You know how like threads pop up? Mine be deep. John Delaney threaded. Is that what the new tweet it is? I like Twitter better. I promise you, on your last day, you won't call out your net worth. You won't call out that business was voted best in area by a local radio station. You won't call out your GPA, your number of social media followers, or your credit score. But you will reach out to your wife or your husband or your kids or some nurse standing next to you and ask if you can still speak. Will you hold my hand? And we had a good run, didn't we? Invest in things that matter. Delaney. Something about being an artist and how... Okay, let me read these. I'm kind of like... Let me just read these. If reincarnation is real, I wonder how many people stare at their own art in museums, listen to music they made in a different life, and read books they don't remember writing. That was meme.law.kenya. This one's work affirmations. A reason why it's hard to work when you're an artist is that making art requires you to be sensitive, and working often requires you to desensitize. It's hard to shift between those modes all the time. It takes courage to... Back to Instagram. It takes courage to live softly, to move slow, to be gentle, to not rush to judgment, to take your time, to speak unhurriedly, to fully listen to someone without being so ready to interrupt and speak, to not force or hustle, or to stay connected to your life force and deeper wellspring of creativity. It takes fearlessness to feel worthy of not constantly taking in new information. It takes an act of bravery to decide to just feel safe, to just be. It's true. Do y'all like Frank the Tank? He's on walk number 202. Job 3:33:14-16. I'm giving you signs every day in your sleep, in your conversations, in the clouds, in your notes. Pay attention to them and piece them together. You will notice a sign. I am always communicating with you. Okay, my dream. I had a couple, but I wrote one down maybe. My dream, it was like I had convinced my parents to let me stay in this house who I wasn't haunted or someone... It was something bad about it. Like someone could be bad that was going to be in there, but I kind of didn't care or willing to take that risk. I was going to be rooming with a guy who I was kind of obsessed with like last year, it was a whole thing. I need to trim my toenails too. But then as soon as we got there, he had switched with someone else. It was like a game, and I guess you like room up with teams. I don't know, but he switched to the other side of the house. Like, you were able to switch to the other side of the house with someone else. Like, my side of the house, my team, I decided to, like, to make me feel better, to, like, I'm like, oh, I can start vlogging, and that made me feel better. And then someone else I used to go to school with, he was vlogging too, but with, like, an older camera. He was also a neighbor. I think he lives in New Zealand now. It's 12/12, but that really, I mean, it reminds me, I don't know why, like, I was so obsessed with him. But, like, I don't talk to him now. He has, like, blocked me and stuff, I think. I actually got this purse from him. This leather one. I've shown it before. Look at my old purse. What's my purse videos? I don't know. I'm not doing that anymore, though. I'm not doing that with a man again. I've done it so many times. I'll get with someone, kind of give too much of myself too soon, and then kind of get obsessed. Like, I'm not gonna kiss anyone. I'm not gonna do anything. I heard in the first 3 months, like, this person keeps popping up on my TikTok, and it's like, don't kiss or do anything for 3 months. And, like, I'm gonna be doing that. That's what the person that I dated for 5 months, like, recently, and then I broke up with recently, we kind of moved quickly like that, and that was definitely a red flag. I'm like, I'd made a decision before that. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that with anyone else. And then when I met him, like, I broke it, and that's why I also kind of broke it for the guy in my dream. And it's like, then I'm like, okay, like, I broke it, you're gonna be my guy forever. And it's like, no. See, this gets vulnerable, this gets real. Okay, something else I'm very embarrassed by, but even more than embarrassed, like, I feel bad. I feel really bad. And it's like, what do I do? The dog, one of the dogs I was watching, like, I'm pretty sure he bit baby. Like, it was like one time where it kind of got like a spat, and I like pulled him aside, like, gave them like timeouts kind of. And there's like a little blood spot on baby's head, and it makes me feel so bad. And I'm embarrassed by it. Like, it's not like I wanted it to happen. It's not like I let it happen, I guess. Like, I bring her with me because she can't be alone. Like, but it's like, and that's, she plays with this dog too. But I think the dog's, like, baby's smaller than this other dog, and this is like her way of protecting herself. I think this other dog has like heart problems, which baby used to have heart problems, and he's also very anxious, like, very, I don't know. It just was bad, and it's only happened once, like, and then they get fine, but baby's kind of like still scared of this other dog. This is one of the reasons why I don't want to dog sit anymore. Also, I'm trying to think, like, for the person I'm going to be dog sitting next week, like, is my mom still not going to be here? I haven't been to this house, so, like, I don't wonder if that's going to be okay. These dogs seem cool, but, like, using my intuition, I'm like, I feel like they're going to be cool, but also I don't know. I just saw a post of someone I know talking about some tripod. I kind of want a tripod, so maybe I'll look at that. But I feel like that one's for a phone. I don't really need one for a phone. My phone be cracked on one of the things. But yeah, I think baby's glad to be away for a little while. I'm glad to be away for a little while. I do want to be outside, though, and chill. It's been fun, like, playing with them. Like, they'll play, but it was just that one time. Like, I don't know what was up with that. Oh, what I was talking about before with the boys. Someone had asked me on Sunday what happened to the boy I was dating. And I'm like, oh, like, I broke up with him like a month ago or so. Because I feel like I just deserved better. Like, I want someone who kind of, like, is more obsessed with me. Like, I don't want to be the one doing it all, the obsessing. And I don't even want someone that's obsessed with me. I want someone that, like, wants to protect me, wants to do things for me, like, wants to do these things for me. I don't want someone that feels like they have to. I want someone to, like, realize how good they have it with me. And I don't. So I feel good about that. Like, that was the first person I was in a relationship and ended it with. I've only had, like, 3 relationships. One was for, like, 11 days. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be talking about all of this. When I, like, turn on the camera, I don't really know what I'm going to be talking about. It always ends up somewhere. It always ends up learning something. I can't have to pee again. But yeah, look at my rings. I'm excited for what's happening. Like, I've been loving, like, making videos and editing them. Like, this has been so much fun. I love being, like, my own boss. It's been really fun. I hope everyone could find, or is doing Like, when I hear about people's hobbies, like, even if I'm, like, so, like, not into it or, like, interested in it, I think it's cool that people have these interests. Someone I talked to, like, last week mentioned how their husband had, like, a Star Wars room, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, it's cool that you're, like, so passionate about something, like, you have a whole room dedicated to it. Like, well, what? Like, that's cool to me. I guess I'm interested in, like, what people are, like, passionate about. I might end it here, and then if I want to, like, add more to it, I might. I'll bring my microphone in case, I guess. But thank you for talking. This has been a great start to my day. This is therapy for me. My sister she's kind of a queen of mean texts, and she said something about how I'm very paraphrasing right now. Something about how, like, something about being naive and, like, thinking, I don't want to pull it up and read straight from it because she might listen to this. Something about how I think people are interested in what I have to say. I just want to say, I don't think I have, like, such innocent fans that are interested in what I have to say. Like, I never said that. I don't think that. I know the world is a cruel place. I know people are, like, we're on Earth. Like, this is a cruel place. Like, I know. If I thought, like, people were all innocent and gonna be interested in what I have to say, like, I probably would have done this a lot sooner. Like, when I was, like, a baby. Or when I knew what YouTube was. Like, I know. And I get not everyone is, like, ready to be vulnerable like that or wants to do that. I'm not making that much sense. Maybe when I look over this and edit it, it'll make more sense. And maybe I'll have something to say. I scream when I yawn. But that all kind of started when I mentioned someone had, like, commented, like, 10 comments on, like, the my niece getting her ears pierced video. That's why, like, I privated a bunch of videos. And I thought it was funny. Like, I genuinely thought it was funny. Like, I wasn't hurt by it. Like, I can see this person's point of view, and I'm like, I don't take offense to it, like, at all. So I sent it to my siblings group chat, and that's what they were hurt by it and other things. So I privated all of them. I'm like, okay, I won't have you all in any more videos unless you ask. I'll probably have you in another one. Like, I like sharing things with my siblings or family. Like, I always want, like, my family to be involved. But I genuinely thought the comments were funny. Like, and I don't know. I guess that's how I see things differently. So yeah, I'm pretty secure in myself. So if someone ever comes to my life and it starts making me feel insecure, that's gonna be a red flag. I'm not gonna be obsessed with you like that. So yeah, if this doesn't make sense, like, I don't blame you. Like, I know it doesn't, but it makes sense to me. And yeah, I don't need to explain myself to you. I keep yawning. Okay, I'm going to end it here. Maybe talk to you all later. I don't know. Au revoir.